and then you need to be unapologetically yourself. You need to be yourself around this person. If you like motura and you're passing by somewhere kuna motura, be like, babe, ukona 20 bob, ukona 20 bob.
I know a coin.
Yeah,
you have a coin.
Exactly. If come umeenda kwa hotel and everyone is there with forks and you're like, nah, I prefer eating with my hands, be like, go wash your hands, come back, so that mtu aone what they are getting themselves into. I usually feel like you need to always be yourself at all times. Don't pretend to be something you're not.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 11 of the Groove Podcast.
Karibuni sana.
And when you see us here, you know it's time for
No Rules.
Everything Goes.
You think it.
We say it.
Boom.
By the name of Nancy Kuria.
Simba.
Yeah, and I know we had taken a break, but we are
back.
Yeah, remember guys, you can always interact with us on our social media handles at the Group Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, or our personal social media handles. You find me at Nancy Kuria.
Simba.
Yes, and if you're new here, we talk about real conversations
for real people with real people.
Exactly. And remember to subscribe. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, manze. Tumebakisha tu kidogo sana.
150.
Yeah, 150 only, guys.
To 1,000 subscribers, manze.
Exactly. So if you enjoy our content, make sure you share, comment, and share with a friend and tell them to watch. And I'm very sure they're going to like, because we have great content
for the real people.
For the real people. Exactly.
Yeah.
And kama kawaida, we are recording at Migwi Studios. Make sure you check them out on Instagram or visit them at Thika Town, or you can even call them on the number here below. Nasemanga here below, but sijui ama
hapa chini kwa screen. Of course it is. Wanajua sonaiona.
Exactly. Yeah. So make sure you contact them and you can come and have a professional picture taken. Yeah. Whew, I know, like I'm feeling like we are back on the set and I'm so excited.
And society, man.
Yeah, imeisha.
At least.
Okay, so guys, today we have a really nice conversation and we are talking about do and don'ts before starting a new
relationship.
Exactly. And I remember when I was thinking about this topic, I was thinking about I'm single. Simba is
I'm single.
Okay, you're single.
I'm single.
Utajipata single jioni. Utajipata single like ushawakata hapa kwa nini? Utajipata single jioni.
I'm single.
You're single. Yeah, and I was thinking like before starting a new relationship, you don't want to start a relationship just for the sake.
Of course.
Unataka kwanza relationship iwork, it leads to marriage kama it's for marriage, but I think all relationships zote zinafaa lead kwa, for something bigger. Marriage, kids, moving in together. Yeah. And so I thought before, like when I want to start a new relationship, what are the do and don'ts
of that relationship?
Exactly.
And before you go to that one, we always say that love is a beautiful thing, and a beautiful feeling,
Yeah.
But falling back in a new relationship, entering in a new relationship, it's a good feeling. Inakuanga good, exciting, manzi.
Yeah.
And but inataka ukwe keen on what you're doing, because unaweza anza a new relationship in 2 months, 1 year, boom, back to step one again.
I know.
So that's why today we are talking about do and don'ts of starting a new relationship. So be keen.
Yeah, exactly, because I always find, like, I don't know how people do it. Like, you hear those people who say, like, maybe I've been in 5 relationships.
Like me.
People like Simba.
I'm joking. Scrap that down.
Yeah, I always find it hard to start a new relationship, because now you are starting from point 1, like where you get to know each other. Then from there, I just want one relationship that works.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
it. Yeah. So we get
with
into
a goal. Yeah,
we were with a goal. So we get into it.
Of course, I'm good.
All right. So ladies first. So I go first. Yeah. This is a do. I feel like most of my points are do's. So yeah, they're like do's. The first one for me, I would say, like, you need to be aware that you're starting a new relationship. You need to be in a mindset where you are ready for a new relationship. This means, like, it doesn't have to be like ati ni mtu amekuja amekuapproach and then you are like them, no, I can date them. No, like before even that person approaches you, you need to be in a point in your life where you're like, I think I need to be in a relationship.
You exactly mwenyewe ushajipea
like awareness.
Awareness,
like you have awareness, I need to be in a new relationship. That means you're open-minded. Open-minded. So every time you meet a person, like you kuna ile maybe
you know
potential.
You already know what you want.
Exactly.
You already know your goals. You already know the person you want, the character traits.
I know
everything
from that
person.
I feel like Simba ashakuwa relationship therapist amani counselor, but it's the truth. Like you, like ukishajua you want a new relationship, so that means every time you meet people out there, like you meet, maybe for me, if I meet guys, I'll be like, well, he's a potential, he's not, he's a potential, like, you know, in my head acha kuniangalia vibaya. Like he's a potential. So even if someone approaches me and asks me out, like I would say yes, because hey, I'm looking for a new relationship, you know. So like I do, if I do, you have to be aware and know, like, yes, I want to do this, and be ready for whatever comes out of it.
So that's what I do, is it? For me is I don't. I have a don't one, like never bring your fears to a new relationship.
Okay.
Like never bring up your fears in a new relationship. If your ex alikufanyia those fucking things, if you have been through hell, don't bring those fears in a new relationship. I know it's zinafanyanga sana kuwa keen on doing something. You learn from those mistakes, but don't come with fears like naogopa, like you be free. Trust your person. Don't like usimfanya feel nini insecure.
I feel like also fear inakujanga na when you start comparing, like when you start comparing, ama maybe huyu mtu anafanya kitu ina trigger something your ex did, and then unaanza kuwa like, oh, men are the same, maybe he's going to cheat, ama women are the same, she's here for money. Exactly. So you need to be like, you better when you umesema fears, leave them in the past relationship.
Of course,
leave them in the past relationship.
Come with lessons.
Exactly.
Not fears from the past relationships. Come with lessons and not fears. That's with that in a new relationship, everything will be okay.
It's new, and you also have to put it in your mind, like it's new. So like trust lazima ikue, communication, understanding, lazima you communicate your insecurities, you need to commit. Exactly, you need to talk about what happened in the previous relationship, so that ukikuwa na huyo mtu namwambia, maybe is it right to talk about your ex with your new person?
No, you don't. Like ex talk is never entertained in a new relationship.
Okay, but before we start, can we talk about can we have the ex conversation?
Maybe
and
the brief one.
And what do we talk about? Like maybe I dated this guy for 3 years, then we broke up because he
cheated. Maybe
he cheated,
of course, maybe.
So that's the only conversation you have.
Like don't go in deep.
Really?
Like, like you introduce the jealous thing in the relationship, kwa sababu if you start talking about your ex, my ex was good, but one day alinifanyia hivi na hivi, that's led to a breakup.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
Don't talk more about your ex. Maybe just share the common details that you'd like your partner to know.
Okay.
You get it.
That's it.
Don't go in deep.
Which reminds me, do we also talk about body count, or do we not talk about it? Do you think it's relevant to talk about body
isn't
count?
Relevant because the only thing you're supposed to talk when in a new relationship, when it comes to body counts, is the safe sex life.
Okay. Okay, so
whether
we don't
you're
talk
using
about
protective, whether you're not using, whether you have to go and be tested for HIV and
I feel like that's a must. Like that was my next. Do you need to go for HIV testing?
Those nows. But talking about body counts, sometimes they help. Sometimes there's zinaka intimidating because if I tell you mine is 10 and you only have one, you feel like ushapatana na jangiri. Unashindo sasa nitapelekana.
Good point.
So I feel
let's not talk about that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's talk about them. So my other one, and I feel like to cover kidogo, but like maybe we can talk about it kidogo. Having a clear picture of the kind of person you want, every detail. Like I feel like you need to have a checklist. I feel like there was this time I was having this conversation, and one of my friends asked me, "What type of man do you want?" Like, what type of man do you want? And then that took me far, because now I started thinking. At that point, I didn't know what kind of a man I wanted. All I knew is I wanted someone who is like maybe born again. Then after that, like, what's next? like what's next, you know. So I feel like you have to have every detail, but they're not going to pass all of them. Hawatakuwa like if you have 10, maybe atakuwa na maybe 6, 7, you know, 7, 3 has equal.
Of course.
3 has equal, but you have to have a clear picture of what kind of a person you want. That means every time like you hang out, or maybe people are courting you, ama maybe you are dating someone, ama you're getting to know someone, utakuwa unaenda, you refer back to your notes. Is this really the kind of person I want?
And always remember, hawatakuwa 100% of that person you want. Sometimes they have out of 10 they have 6, like you said, 7, 8, others 10 of 10. Because like
10 out of 10.
Sometimes they are there. Like maybe there's those people when you're not takanga, tall, dark, and handsome.
Yes. Maybe
that's a tick. Money, tick.
Exactly.
Good house, tick. Car, tick.
Oh yes.
Good heart, tick. Supportive, tick. Born again, tick.
Working.
Like, they're there. Working.
Yeah. But I also feel like those are the things you grow into, you know. Like especially when it comes to money, I feel like that is something that should be a couple goal. Like you grow into that. Don't, because I usually say like don't go into a relationship with the mind of pesa. Ever, especially for ladies, ever. You just want you. Sometimes I feel like in this generation, I'm not looking for a man to support me. I'm looking for a man to love me, because I can be able to support myself. But if he's able to support myself and love me,
my sister, look for both. My sister will advise you, look for both money and love. I support you.
Exactly, because the minute we start dating, I'm the kind I'll be like, and how do you think we are going to, like, you know, I want to go for a vacation. I'm that kind. I want my hair like this. Babe. You know, like, of course I want a man who is financially stable, but I'm saying that is something we can grow into. It should not be as important before starting a relationship.
So another point is like, don't ever ignore the bands and be conversation. I'ma talk. The bands.
I have no idea. Like, I feel like I should say
and the B is conversation. Like,
is it sex talk?
More of sex talk, more of intimacy talk, and more of where we are going. You see, like in each and every time, like you're there, sweet talk. You're sweet to your person. You see, like. Anything you talk about, maybe it's about the sex life, you don't come like you're this like serious. Be like a be sweet something. Be like a bad, like you're joking, like mfanya kwe free with you, see. So that thing will help you to build your bond more and more, and get to each other close, you know, and learn each other in a desirable language, you see. Like I feel good to learn, you see. So sometimes we have to talk, text each other, sometimes send voice notes, talking maybe nasty things, you see. It's a new relationship, remember, but lazima mkai hyped, msianze chini, so lazima mbalance, tena msianze juu sana. The excitement level somewhere the base and B, the bands and B, conversations.
That's really quite like, all right, I think they're touching me in terms of sex. I feel like there are these two types of people in a relationship when it comes to sex. Kuna ule mwenye anataka test drive, unajua, like ukinunua gari, you want to take it for a test drive and then see how compatible you are,
of course.
And then there's a person who is like, let's hold this up to marriage, you know.
I have a point like that enye inaenda kukaribiana na hiyo enye inasema don't ever feel pressured to get into shits in between the shits with your new partner. Don't ever feel pressure to do that. So
I feel like this is one of, I know like when people start dating, and that is where unapatanga people start being like, if you love me, you have to prove it to me by having sex with me. I'm like, what? You
especially men.
High school,
especially men.
University, exactly. I don't expect a fully mature man to be like, Nancy, if you love me, you have to sleep with me. Even women.
Yeah, of course, they're there.
I don't know.
Those horny women.
So I feel like this is a conversation you need to have, like, at the beginning, and be like, I'm this kind of a person. Maybe for me, it takes up to 6 months for me to have sex. Mwingine, maybe 3 months. Mwingine, wait until marriage. That means hakutakuwa na any complications. You won't fall in love.
You said 6.
Yeah, 6 months. 6 months. Kuna mwingine 3 months. Kuna mwingine right away. There are those relationships nowadays that start with sex, then you go into relationship, then you go to marriage.
I get it.
Yeah. So like you need to know what kind of a person are you. So are you going to wait until marriage? Ama you are for the test drive? Yeah, you need to know what you're getting yourself into.
For me, I won't say to G, but I feel hakuna yenye ni mbaya ziko poa zote.
Yeah, iko poa, so like definitely you need
it's
to
your
know.
choice.
Yeah, you need to know it's your choice. Exactly.
It's your choice,
so
man.
never feel, when you say never feel pressure
pressured
to have sex ever. That shouldn't be like that. I feel like something natural, it should just happen. Well, I don't want to start a sex talk. Anyway, guys,
let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue. So this other one, love your alone time, be comfortable by yourself, and continue doing things that you like privately, and don't make the other person the center of your world. Like, be comfortable with who you are. Before dating, you have to love being alone with yourself. You and
your
like
space.
I don't know, yeah, your
Appreciate
space.
your space.
Appreciate your space, love your space. Do you know there are people who can literally can't be alone? Like huyo mtu akikaa peke yake for a week, they'll go into depression mode. And I always feel like I'm opposite. Like me, I would even go for a week by myself because I'm very comfortable with myself. There are things that I love to do alone time. Maybe I love reading novels, I love watching, I love cleaning, I love doing all those things, you know. I love going for a stroll, I like taking myself out. So when you meet this other person, that if I meet another person, like in my case, that doesn't have to change. It shouldn't change. Yeah. Do you agree? I'm gonna feel like
I agree.
It shouldn't change. Like I should, because if I'm comfortable with myself, that means I sikubaden with all my life.
Of course. Wow.
Yeah, sikubaden with all my life. There was this thing I was watching the other day. They're called polyamorous marriage. Polyamorous marriage is where like 3 people marry each other, and one of yeah like they were saying one of the reasons why like those marriages nowadays they are so popular. It's because one person can't handle the other person's shit. Like for example, if you're dating, I have my life, then do I have to like really start dealing with your life? So if you're mainly in a relationship, like one day you can burden the other person, is kwingine you burden the other person,
so you put that state of equilibrium.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, so that which got me thinking, it doesn't have to be like that. If I have myself all together, if I can be able to take care of myself, it doesn't, like if I'm able to be with myself, that means even if we go into this relationship, if I need you, it's just those points where I really, really need you. But other than that, I can be able to take care of myself. Yeah, because I'm comfortable with who I am.
Another point, when going to a new relationship, always keep your boundaries up.
Okay.
Of course, if your standards ziko hapo hivyo and you don't like other persons doing other things to you, always let your partner know in time. Because I feel when tricking in a new relationship, people get in a new relationship excited, sometimes they forget about time and their personal space and their boundaries. So you can abuse me, but since you're my new partner, I feel like sitakwambia umeniabuse, sitakwambia umefanya ni feel vibaya. But I tend to like to brush over that. You see, that thing comes to affect you later. It will come to punish you later because your partner will never know kama alikufanya ufala, kama alikuongelesha ufala. You see, atafikiria nilimuita dogi, lama nilimuita like beach ama a funny name, ako jam. So I'll tend to continue with that name.
Beach,
I'll continue with that behavior because you never told me. You don't entertain that, you see. But if you came out in time and told me like, Stan, don't do this and this, I know your boundaries. And also I told you mine. Yeah,
and starting a new relationship, it's not a yes stage. I feel like we do a lot of yes.
Yeah,
like even if you are really uncomfortable, I'm just going to say yes to make the other person feel good, and because I don't want to fight with them, and because I like them. So I feel like it's also like my other point is like do not like what am I saying? Do not what's the word? Red flags. Yeah, when it comes to red flags, you need to like watch out for red flags. Watch out for red flags. Yeah, be aware and watch out. And whatever you don't like, just voice it. I don't like it when you do that, please. Of course. It doesn't mean that now we are done or what. I'm just expressing myself, which means in the future you're not going to do that. Hence, we are going to have a good relationship. But if you like, he's going to change, Ama she's going to change, or it was just a one-time thing. No, it's going to really disappoint you.
In addition to that, people should understand the process, the stages of relationship. So we are talking about the new relationship.
Yeah.
In a new relationship, everyone starts with a hyper heart. Like you're excited. For the first maybe 4 to 6 months, munakwanga excited, texting each other every time, calling, thinking about each other day and night, dreaming with them. Ukiona kagari kazuri una imagine you're there with your baby, with your baby there. See, but that will it'll last for maybe 4 to 6 months for that excitement stage. You see, now after that excitement stage, you go on a constant stage whereby love in a remain at a constant level. You love me, I love you, but at you go that high.
We already know each other. Like we already know most of each other.
And that stage, it's where everything now goes in a mess up. You see, because you start thinking that my partner doesn't love me anymore because you don't feel the love when ilikuwa hapo previously. You know, now you end up cheating. You end up like starting madharau,
arguments,
poor communications. So we are talking about the new relationship, the excitement stage.
Yeah.
So you should
before
getting to a constant level.
Okay, you guys, I'm feeling like who unaona venye tuko na points leo. The other one is you need to be open-minded with the other person. For example, like let's say for me, like me Nancy, I'm into what telenovelas, comedy, funny things. Like I love light things in life. Then you meet someone who is very intense, like Simba. They are all about documentaries, what is wrong with the world.
Talibans,
Ukraine and Russia.
I love watching documentaries.
You get like there are people who are really intense with life, and there are people who like Nancy who like life is good, everything is good. I don't know mbona kuna maandamano. You get then you meet Simba ni activist.
I know what's wrong with
exactly with everything. So what my point is, you need to be open-minded. You need to be open to the other person's life. You need to try new things with them. You need to get into their world so that you can know what you like and what you don't like. Because if you don't do that and then you pretend like, oh, I love everything, what happens when you have to spend like 20 years with that person? You get. So you need to be open-minded. Try new things. Whatever you like, Nisa. Whatever you don't like, just tell them. Maybe I'm not into maandamano, but I will watch documentaries with you, or maybe I'll go golfing with you.
I'll try watching football.
Exactly, and then you'll be like, okay, fine.
Dancing,
exactly.
Doing some TikToks.
Exactly. I usually say like I look at this. Most these power couples we see on YouTube and Instagram, and I'm usually like all these things they do together. For a normal couple, many of us wouldn't do that. You see how Bahati, to me Bahati na I only know Bahati. The Bahatis
and the
exactly
kina bulls.
Exactly, kama kina bulls. You see these things they do, like for a normal person, a normal man wouldn't do that. Like a normal man ati sijui atuna paka bibi yako makeup. Like the bulls one, did you see it?
I saw that.
Like unampaka makeup, like you get like they really get into uncomfortable situations for their partners. But I also feel like it's a good way to like, you know, to create memories together. Maybe hautaifanya hiyo kitu tena, but for that one time you created memories, you spent time together,
you
enjoyed maybe even like, if you didn't like it ama you're like I'm never doing that, you still did it with them.
Hata ukifanya kwa mbaya like inakupeanga that good, ina create that bond inakuwa strong.
Exactly. So always be open-minded and be open to try new things with this person you want to start a new relationship with.
So another point is it's a don't ever forget your friends and your family.
Oh yes.
So many people can get in a new relationship, wanasa wengi walikuwa na friends. Now you start giving your partner 100% of your time, 100% of your commitment, 100% of everything. Don't ever forget your friends and your family. Cause anytime ukikuja ina break up na huyo msee, the first person to run to it's your friends and your family. You see, the first person to seek advice from it's your friends and your family. So anytime you're getting a new relationship, never forget your friends and your family members. So that's very common with some people, especially the teenagers. Wanga wanasahau their friends. If no maybe you
I
have
was there. I was there. Like you were talking about that, and I'm like, yes, I was there. Like when I was when I started dating in university, I feel like for the first like maybe 6 months, I didn't keep in touch with my friends because hey, I have a new bae, and now we're spending all time together. So like yeah, I've done that, of which it's not good. It's not good because the minute you get a heartbreak, guess who you're going to run to?
Your friends.
Your friends. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you always
need their hug.
Yeah, you need them. So yeah, you need to find a way to balance them out. So another point for me is like you need to continue pursuing your passion. You need to continue pursuing your dreams, but don't be self-involved, and find a way to like balance your passions, your dreams, your work with this new relationship you want to get into. So don't ever stop. Like for example, you find those people who are like maybe they wanted to start a business, or maybe they want to pursue a career in Kisumu, but now I meet a bae who is in Mombasa, and then I start compromising. I'm like, no, maybe I can look for another company. No. I always feel like if I'm happy, then we're going to be in a happy relationship. If I'm frustrated, I'm going to resent you and feel like I sacrificed my dreams for you, I sacrificed my life for you, of which that is going to come way later in life. Itakuwa at that point, it'll come way later in life. So I feel at that point, pursue your dreams. Just make sure you are pursuing your dreams. Go after what you want, and I'm sure when you meet a person who is understanding, they're going to support you. They're never going to feel like you're too much. They're going to support you.
Let me ask you, does that point go that don't expect high expectations?
Don't be
in that relationship.
In a relationship, expectations.
That high expectations, like now I have a bae. When you met to example, I have a guy who is working on Mombasa and working in Kisumu. Now because in a new relationship, you have to
compromise.
To maybe to watch kazi yako Kisumu.
Uende Mombasa. Don't do that. I would never advise to do that.
So just take your time.
Yeah.
Let's do her work, and you do your work.
Yeah.
If life allows, kikitu kita happen, ni magadhogodhani to happen. And that work atatolewa kazi huko apigwe transfer to Mombasa to Nairobi, and you utapigwa to Naivasha ama Nairobi meet. So I guess everything happens with a reason. So even for that new relationship, so don't ever compromise. Don't compromise.
I'll never say compromise. Don't compromise, because what happens is like I'll end up resenting you because I'll feel like I never lived up to my potential because of Simba. And then maybe Simba ayo time nafikiria it's like 10 years down the line we are married, and I feel like I'll start resenting you. I feel like you're the reason why I'm not successful.
And that's what you'll meet after breakup. You see, after my breakup, you'll hear so many people saying, you wasted my 2 years.
Exactly.
You wasted my 3 years.
Because
you never focused on your goal.
Exactly.
Focus on what you're doing. Let the relationship ikuja naturally. It's a good vibe.
Things will fall in place. That is what I usually say. Like, things will fall in place.
Of course,
Yeah. So, hey, guys. All right. So, this other one is improve on your communication skills. I feel like from, if you've been like in 5 relationships by now, you need to be an expert on knowing how to like communicate with your partner. Like, you need to improve on your you need to express exactly what you want from that relationship. Like, if you get into a relationship, I'm like, I want you to, by the end of this relationship, maybe in 1 year, I would expect us to be engaged. Maybe in 2 years, I would expect us to be married. In 3 years, I would expect us to have kids. Are you up for having kids? So that the other person can know, so that they can know this is what you're committing to. And then they can think, is this something I want to commit to or not? I always feel like, you need to like know exactly what you're getting yourself into.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, for example, in my case, I'll maybe husband, kids, we'll figure it out. Like, we'll figure it out
as
we go. But for now, if I'm dating you to be engaged and to get married, and that's it. So I need to have like that. My partner has to know that.
So you have to set the future goals immediately, sometimes after the new relationship.
Instead of thinking it as goals, think of this is what I want. Like, this is what I want. So
immediately.
Like, I'll tell you. No, we're not setting. I'll tell you. So if you get into this relationship, in 1 year, we need to be at least somewhere. We need to be engaged or married or something. Like, there has to be something showing that we are growing. So like, when you get into that relationship after 1 year, you have to like, maybe in 1 year, maybe I need to ask her to marry me or whatever. I don't know.
Have you ever been married? Maybe ushaiolewa alafu kapigwa divorce. Like, sometimes unanyaka mtu akona experience sana mambo.
It's just what I think. Like, when I look at my life right now, I don't want someone to anze kucheza 3 months, but in 2 years we still don't know where we are headed.
You're just
I want exactly. I want a man who knows what he wants, and I also know what I want.
What you want.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we continue. That's a very powerful point.
Yeah.
So we continue with another point is don't. So this goes for those people nyakona uchongchong kimbelembele.
Yeah.
Don't ever glorify your new partner.
Glorify.
Yeah.
Glorify, it's a big word, but
Sikujange, like, there's those people with the new partners every time and then guy ni mpoa, guy yako hivi, I love him, I love
he's
her.
So sweet.
Yeah, some maybe sweet is common. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of money, he has a good heart, he has everything is positive, but you don't see the negative.
Oh, okay.
So remember, people can play hypocrites in a new relationship.
Yeah.
Give them time.
True colors will emerge.
Yeah, as time goes. So don't come at kila time at ako hivi, like guy gadhoni njoki ujiona my baby boy venyako like
no you need to keep it real. You need to keep it real. You need to keep it real. Yeah, exactly.
Mpe time. Give that girl time. Since kusema namwamini ushampiga spare key the first 1 week.
Nice. So
give yourself
keep
time.
It real and call a spade,
Yeah,
not a big spoon. A big spoon. This other one is like, be honest with yourself and be honest. Like when I say be honest with yourself, you need to be self-aware. I feel like a lot of people are not self-aware. You need to be self-aware. You need to know what you like and what you don't like. You need to know who you are in a relationship and who you are outside that relationship, so that when you get into this relationship, like you can tell this man, like even before he gets to learn you, even if he gets to learn you, you need to like know and tell him, this is the kind of person I am. I go to bed at 9. So he knows maybe you're not up for late night calls. She's into church or something. So like you need to be honest with who you are, and then you need to be unapologetically yourself. You need to be yourself around this person. If you like motura and you're passing by someone kuna motura, be like, babe, ukona 20 bob. Ukona 20 bob.
I know a coin.
Yeah,
you have a coin.
Exactly. If come umeenda kwa hotel and everyone is there with forks and you're like, nah, I prefer eating with my hands, be like, go wash your hands, come back, so that mtu aone what they are getting themselves into. I usually feel like you need to always be yourself at all times. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Yeah.
Just to struggle for a person.
Exactly.
Be real.
Be real. Like you find there are those men who like really like women who have makeup on. I don't like makeup myself. Like, okay, I do love makeup, like for example, if for a photo shoot or all that, but I'm not going to have makeup 24/7. So all this is going to come down. So it's for you uangalie uone like
unataka huyu ama huyu. This is the real
exactly.
Upgraded her.
Exactly. I enjoy wearing baggy clothes. Do you want a girlfriend mwenye mnatembea naye kwa barabara, she's wearing baggy clothes?
Don't disappoint me.
And if it's a man, maybe you don't enjoy doing something. I don't know. I'm talking for ladies because I know ladies. But if for a man, if whomever you are, show that to the person you want to get into a relationship with, so that they can decide whether that is what they want. No. Just keep moving and keep searching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So as we continue, another point I think this is any assumption.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure about it, but I'll bring it out so that even our viewers watuambie if it's true or wrong. So comment hapo chini tuambie. Don't be jealous in a new relationship.
Keep it away. I'm with you there.
You're with me.
I'm with you there. And if you start
director, are you with me? Don't be jealous.
Yeah, don't be jealous.
Director amefanya hivi. So pia yako with me.
Yeah, and the minute you start feeling like you are jealous, communicate that to your partner. Communicate to this person. Tell them, hey, kuna venye, like you need, be real. Kuna venye nikikuona na njoki, I don't know. So that they can tell you maybe if you are supposed to be worried or you're not supposed to be worried. Yeah.
Have you ever tasted a mixture of jealous and mistrust?
Ooh.
The results.
Ooh.
Jealous plus mistrust.
Toxic. It's
a
toxic
character.
Toxic.
Yeah.
And then you end up being the policeman or the policewoman in the relationship.
Phone, WhatsApp,
I know. Unanunua zile app za kuhack simu za wenyewe.
Ushaanza kumhack, ushaanza kumtrace place yako, ushaanza
and it's a new relationship.
New relationship, like, remember. Not even 2 years old.
Yeah. And so to the final point, because we are running out of time, guys, always find a way to deal with your stress. whether it's yoga, ama working out, ama yelling, but don't bring that. Don't, because if you don't find a way to deal with that, with your stress, you will end up to have an outburst. What happens when you have that outburst with this person you want to date? So you always find a way to deal with your stress so that you don't take it out of them. So make sure you find a way to deal with your stress. If you're stressed, maybe if you want to talk to a therapist, ama nini, so that whenever you are with your partner, uko in a clear mind.
Let me tell you, I'll somehow disagree kidogo, but not fully.
Yeah.
So not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I was reading an article, how to deal with stress. You see, and one point ilikuwa inasema, a physical touch, maybe by a person you love, it can help you deal with your stress. Ama control your tempers, ama control your what's uncertainty in you. No? So sometimes kuna wenye wanadealing na stress kama cuddling, touching, kissing, like just being held together, like and I feel and as a control the stress. So so in a new relationship, if that person gonna keep the peace, you know, there's those people, their partners, they're the peace.
Okay, so like maybe you go for them for consolation, but what happens? But not all the time. Not all the time. Okay, kuna zile stress, you can hold me and I'm fine. Kuna zile stress, naweza kuambia kitu and then you start encouraging me and then I'm like, he's not even getting what I'm saying. Also, it depends what is stressing you out. So if it's something your partner can help with, ni sawa. But if it's more than that, just go for a stroll, ama yoga, but don't go drinking.
I agree.
Don't go drinking when you're stressed. The results kwanga catastrophic. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to interact with us on social media at the Groove Podcast KE on Instagram and Facebook. Na kama hauja subscribe, make sure that you subscribe. Exactly. Right now. Support right now. Support us. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. Kama kawaida.
Support us tafadhali. Guys, tafadhali. What are you waiting?
He can't do that and then ukatae to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We love you guys. Kama kawaida.
Anyway, guys, subscribe, man. Support us, man. Utakuwa tusaidia sana, man.
See you on the next episode. We love you. I go by the name of Nancy Kuria.
Tristan Simba.
Ciao.